Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes. We back with another one, guys. Before we get into it, let's give this video a thumbs up. If you're new around here, go ahead and hit subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you'll be alerted every time you post a new video. So AMC, it is now time for this, guys. So usually you guys be asking at the wrong time, when it's trending up, when it's looking good, when everything is looking like it's taking candy from a baby. Then you, should I buy? Should I get in at 30, 31, 32? No, guys, you chasing. I will wait for it to pull back. We didn't expect for it to pull back to the extent that it pulled back to. The worst case scenario we was expecting, and we was wrong, guys, was 23. We expect to come down at previous resistance, being for the fact that theoretically, whenever it's a tough time getting through a resistance like 23 was, we lagged around and touched that resistance about 7 times, coming down to $13, $14 range. We finally broke through it, and once we did, we had got greater than expected expectations. Even though we expected, far as through the technical standpoints of AMC looking at it, once breaking 23, there is no walls in between 23 and straight back to the high 20s, around 28, 29, and the low 30s of 30, 31. So it doing that though, because usually AMC like to be, it's manipulated. It like to lag, it like to play games. So I expected for us to gradually grind up back to the 30s, but it shocked us, went straight there. And as soon as we did, something interesting happened. We didn't halt to the upside, which would have greater benefited us, made people, wanting to rush in even more and not miss out on what was ready to happen, because that could have squeezed shorts up out of their position and caused them to cover. After trading coming down for the past 8 months, the low 13, 14 like that, and it took us 8 months to do so, and then only took us 14 days to get back to 50% of our all-time high price, damn near. So with us moving so quickly like that and rapidly, it changed everybody's perspective. Like, dang, this thing is not over. This thing is still hot. These people are still here and it's moving fast. So let me go ahead and cover my position now. And once it got over 30, that was a major key level, because that put that offense defense barrier. I been marked that line. Being above 30, trading above 30 for AMC, retail investors on offense, we winning. Being up under 30, that put us on defense, vulnerable. We're losing. So once we got over 30, breaking through like that, it was game time. It was on, and they knew it was on. That's why they halted it. But they didn't halt it going up in an upward direction. They wait till people started selling off a little bit and it started to pull back. Once it started to pull back, they halted it. And then from that standpoint, we started pulling back and lost and killed momentum, killed the volume, and started coming down every since, guys. So they knew what was ready to happen and bound to happen. And now they still see people still is frustrated. Some people probably have sold out, but the majority, I'm pretty sure a lot of people is frustrated and stuff, but they still is holding on to their gold. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, guys, and continue to get into another reason onto why the market had its shift, and AMC also was in the mix of it. And that's because the feds know they have power over the direction of the market. They could come in and change everything in a matter of minutes. They did it before, we seen it happen. They did it again, we seen it happen. And the first time they did it, they came out and had to aggressively hike interest rates to tame inflation. Inflation is steady going up rapidly, but interest rates haven't, shown a reflection of that that crazy spike in inflation. So they had to aggressively attack that, which then put the dictation on the market and caused it to come down prior about a couple weeks ago. Then the Feds came out Wednesday stating they will be tightening balance sheets very aggressively, and they have a plan to shrink balance sheets by $95 billion per month. That is very aggressive, guys, and will cause chaos, fear, uncertainty, doubt into the stock market and the economy, which will cause it to downturn. And we also know my own thoughts around it. I feel as if they have a button whenever everything is moving simultaneously, going in the same direction, every sector, every area of the stock market, everything going green at the same time, everything going red at the same time. I think they hit that button to go ahead and put the steam on it. Like when they hit that button, it don't give them the power to make it just go red forever. It just give them the power to start it off. Like, okay, I started it, I said what I said, now I got to, make it be true or what I said. Because imagine if they came out with stuff that's supposed to scare everybody, but they didn't have the power to actually control it, and then the market just went crazy. during, like, we done seen that happen before though. I done seen it happen before. That's why it's very weird. Like, some things could not even be good. Like, stuff not adding up, but the company is going crazy. Or stuff could be bad. You hear about bad stuff. I mean, you hear about good stuff. My bad, we just did a bad, but you see the stock do good. Or you can hear about good stuff and the stock still be doing bad, just like we've been time over time seeing with AMC. So, you know, I don't want to really say that because I ain't want to mess up your brain and have you all thrown off. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out there. So anyways, guys, like I say though, the stock market rigged, everybody know that, and you is able to be successful and make money in the market, but you're going to have to do one or two things. You're going to have to buy and hold for the long term, buy on the pullbacks, buy on the dips, and hold and never fold, especially if you're buying good companies, solid companies. If you look back over the history and see that that company is steady trending up to the right and steady making higher lows throughout a long period of time, and they can continue to produce new products and continue to stay relevant in the game, and they've been doing that and acing that year over year, then that's one of the main ways to be successful in the market. And the other main way is to actually work hard, study, do things that, you know, you got to work just as hard as anybody else in any other field, that whether it's a famous basketball, football player, a rapper, a doctor, whatever they did, the obstacles that they took to reach that top tier level, that's the same type of grind and motivation you got to have to learn the ins and the outs of the market, and to be able to either trade options, day trade, just individual stocks, or either, you know, whatever it is that you do in the market, short selling, you know, buying puts and calls, whatever that you figure out the ace, you got to be very strategic, conservative, and know your shit, know your knowledge, know your stuff, and able to do that. So it is able to make money in the market. So don't take what I say and say, dang, man, this ain't worth it. Nah, it's worth it. This is one of the best ways to actually build your wealth. But I just can't leave out the fact that I just feel from being around, I know something ain't right. Something just ain't right. And anybody could, with a blind eye, should be able to see that. Like, how in the world can all these stocks move? And then just to end up that conversation, whenever, I ain't want to lose my train of thought, whenever the feds come out with something, because they tied to the government, they tied to like the big dogs, whenever they come out with something, the stock market gonna always come down or come to the favor of whatever they talking about. They speaking bad and talking as if the market is going to fall, they're going to make sure that happen. But if an individual stock is, because you probably like, well, how is that play in their favor? If an individual stock say something bad or good, you don't really know. It's 50-50. The direction of the stock could go any way in that occasion, meaning if some good news come out about Tesla, everybody expecting, piling in for it to go up, and it actually comes down. Yeah, you done seen that before. Some bad news come out about Tesla, everybody expecting it to go down, everybody's shorting it, and the stock goes up. Okay, right, you're right. And then when the feds or the government, the real people come out with they type news that put their dictation on the market for it to go up or down, it always go in the favor of whatever they news has stated. Whether it was bad news, it's going to bring it down. If it's good news, it's going to push it up. So I'm just bringing it out, guys. I mean, this is just my thoughts, though. Hell, you might think something different. I'm just putting it out there and getting down to the nitty gritty and to the psychological and to all aspects of the market, so we can see things clearly and for what they really is. So anyways, guys, we know the feds doing what they doing whatever they can to scare the masses and get them up out of these individual stocks, get them out of, whatever they in, get them out of these companies so they can then send the market off into a rally once the majority have sold, guys. And that's the plan. They do not want all these people coming up and getting rich, because you got to go all the way and think about who is in the market right now. Who is taking over the market right now? Regular people, regular Joe people, regular retail investors. And a lot of them is in one of the big short squeeze plays in history that could possibly happen. And people be like, oh, there you go. It supposed to happen. It definitely did. But we see, everybody see, it's proof. The proof is in the pudding. You see, they investigating these people. They do, the stuff is putting in work. But it sounds crazy even talking about that, because to be real, they investigating. They got to investigate themselves. That's why I tell you guys, they got to find somebody to be the fall guy. Now I'm just now hearing other people starting to talk, oh, Melvin Capital going to be the fall guy. I've been telling you guys that Melvin Capital was going to be the fall guy because they got the least amount of resources, the least amount of capital, been in the game the least amount of time. These other people been in the game for decades. They all know each other. They buddy. Melvin Capital, you a new guy. You new to the school. Yeah, we going to pick on you. We going to get you. So that's how it is, guys. And my thing is, now coming back full circle to just let you guys know, now is the time to where you should be at, should I buy now? Should I buy now? Should I buy now? Yes, I would. And this is not financial advice, but I'm saying now I would. You don't hear me saying, oh, buying at these prices is chasing. No, because this is the right, appropriate time where you should be buying and not being scared, especially if you don't have none and you ain't over leveraged, meaning you don't already have too much in to where you scared and nervous. You should never feel uncomfortable in the market. That's rule number 101. You'll never be able to really fly your wings and free yourself if you scared. You always living on edge. You always living scared. You scared. How can you like really open your mind and see what the possible end results are if you too busy being scared? That's why you have to be conservative and play with ease, because think about the difference of playing and waiting for your money to come with $100 invested on something rather than 1,000 or 10,000 invested on something. And it all, that number I just said, all depends on your pockets though, right? That's why you have to play for you. Don't worry about what everybody else making and how much money they making. You'll get there one day. Play for what best put you in a comfortable position. Why you think, dang, how Hayes come here and make these videos and so comfortable? Because Hayes understand the game. He understand comfortability. He don't understand, or he ain't trying to get ahead and try to make all the money and shit. Nah, it's gonna come. I know it's gonna come, but it's gonna come while I'm being comfortable. But anyways, like I say, now is the time to be asking, should I buy? Should I buy? Great time to buy. You got the $15 to $18 range, way less than expected. So if you didn't, you know, some people didn't agree when I had expected to come down to 23, and you guys was right. We came down even lower. So if you waited, this is a perfect opportunity. But like I said, if you over leverage, you already in heavy, don't even think about buying. Wait till you at least get close to the average price so you can start shaving off. Like I said, that's where you're going to get that comfortability at. And when I made that video about shaving off, had a lot of people that was with it. Some people still don't understand, but they'll be the same people crying and wondering, man, why, you know, I ain't want to hear it. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for this video. Just want to give y'all a quick update on AMC Entertainment. Let you guys know my thoughts on the markets and all that good stuff. Consider joining the family. Post over here every single day. Add your boy on Instagram right now at the B Hayes Show. I love y'all. We out, and God bless you. We gone.